Welcome back to this wonderful Wednesday morning edition of Mountain Connections. Now, did you know that only 22% of Americans, that's less than a quarter, from a recent study actually pay attention and keep up with their hearing health? Here to talk to us today about tinnitus and what that is, the ringing in your ears and how it can lead to hearing loss, is Dr. Shelley Borgia. Dr. Shelley, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So talk to us, ear health. We don't actually pay as much attention to this as we need to, but tell us about ear health and how we can really be on top of it and make sure that we're staying in tune with our health.
So there are a few simple ways to make sure that you prioritize your ear health. The first one would be to lower the volume, right? So we're wearing hearing earbuds, AirPods all the time now, listening to your favorite playlist, to wearing them throughout the office. And we really want to know, what level are we listening to? There's a decibel level, and in your smartphone, you can see what that number is. Anything that's 70 or below is considered safe listening, but anything higher than that can be potentially harmful to your ears. Another way you can protect your hearing is by wearing hearing protection. Earplugs are very effective in working against noise-induced hearing loss and tinnitus. But another point that most people overlook is your overall health. You have to make sure that you're taking in the proper nutrients and vitamins and making sure that you're in good health, because it does affect your ear health. And most importantly is get your hearing checked. An annual hearing test can show us so much. We can work with you to manage your ears and show you ways to protect your hearing. And if you have any underlying conditions like hearing loss or tinnitus, it's a great time to talk to your doctor on how to help support your hearing. So when was the last time you had your hearing tested?
It really is such an important thing to think about, especially as you age and with the increased use of earbuds. Now, you mentioned tinnitus. Talk to us about it and what are the symptoms and the signs?
Yeah, tinnitus is something that affects over 50 million Americans. Some people experience it after a loud event or a concert and it's temporary. Other people will experience it every day. And it's an internal sound that is present without an external source. So people describe it like ringing or buzzing or whooshing sounds. And sometimes there are certain things that can trigger tinnitus. We're coming up to cold and flu season. So if we are congested or inflamed, that can heighten tinnitus as well. We also see it with any type of blockage, any earwax blockage, anything after really noisy environments. So it's really important to be aware of your environment and at the level you're listening to. Take some ear breaks.
I like that, ear breaks. Now, what are some of the ways we can
ear rest, I call it.
It's wonderful. So tell us about some ways we can relieve these symptoms of tinnitus.
So while there's no cure for tinnitus, we have treatment plans, and it's tailored to the individual patient. But one thing is that you can use some type of sound therapy. It's important to give your brain a positive feed, especially at night. That tinnitus can be heightened. So by falling asleep with some sound therapy, that's usually very helpful. We have FDA-approved devices that you can wear during the day and while you're sleeping to manage tinnitus. We also want to adjust and monitor our diet. We know of triggers that exacerbate that effect of tinnitus. So things like too much salt, nicotine, sugar, artificial sweeteners, those are things you want to be mindful of. And if you are not getting the proper nutrients, I always recommend supplements, specifically bioflavonoids.
Those are excellent tips and tricks to really prevent and prolong any sort of tinnitus and the symptoms that may come with that. So where can we go for more information?
So for more information to manage and prevent tinnitus, you can go to lipoflavonoid.com. It's the #1 doctor recommended ear health supplement for ear ringing. It's something that I recommend to my patients.
Well, Dr. Shelley, it was wonderful chatting with you this morning. Thank you for sharing all of the tips and tricks as well as the nutritional information that will help prevent ear health and hearing loss. So thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now stay tuned. We have a lot more here in studio. We'll be right back after this.